Hello everyone, this is Jamie and welcome to your fourth Grasshopper tutorial. So I already opened my Rhino and we'll just type in Grasshopper. So today we're going to talk about extruding and random extruding. So first thing you want to do is on your top view to make this drawing easier, or in your perspective, it doesn't matter. Just draw random closed geometry. So let's say you have a circle, a rectangle, even if you have like a curve, but make sure it's closed curve, and maybe some pentagon, and a polyline. Let's do more, because I'm in the mood. And more of this crazy shapes. That's very architecture-y of me. Looks like an awesome building. Alright. So anyway, in Grasshopper, if you notice, like, we have a lot of shapes here, and last time I said you can assign these geometries to Grasshopper by selecting the geometries here and then assigning it. So let's say I want the circle. If you look for a geometry for a circle, you can just say right click, hit set on circle, and you either draw the circle again. Sorry, you have to start from the center point, so that's your circle. And so yeah, this is your circle. If you want a square, you just go geometry, look for a square, or rectangle, regardless. So just say set one rectangle, draw the rectangle again. Yeah. But I'm gonna do this in an easier way because you can go the whole day checking which geometry works with which geometry, and that's actually an easy one. So you just if you write geometry, there you go, or just this what one here is geometry? Yeah, this one here. So if you just click this definition of geometry, you can actually select all of them, regardless if they were a square or a circle or a polyline. Especially if they're a polyline, like this is a polyline, and this is a polyline, and this is a polyline. So even if you like select each and every one of them, they're gonna be a big time consumer. So what I want to do is just right click on your geometry and set multiple geometries. Select them all, hit enter, and there you go. All the geometries is in this little tiny definition. And this is really easy. So if let's say you want to extrude this, and this is really what the modeling is about and Grasshopper. So say you want to actually extrude this, what you want to do is just hit extrude, right extrude. Now I'm really bad with knowing what location each definition is. So I usually just type it in and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm good to go. So let's say like you hit extrusion and now you have no idea which one to connect to which one. So just like hover over and it says base. So this base is like profile curves or surfaces, and it's your geometry. And here is probably your direction. So if you just connect your geometry to this, and the direction is saying if you want it in a z-axis, like here if your little axis sign. So z would be up, y would be going to the, I don't know, the left or right, I don't care, and x. So we want it to extrude basically upwards. So just hit Z, and this is your unit Z. So just click on Z, hit here, and there you go. Now the first thing you notice is already extruded. So yeah, it is basically 1 meter high. So this is like by default. But of course you don't want it only 1 meter. You want it, let's say, I don't know, 20 meters. Let's say 30 meters. So you double click and hit on your number slider. Just like right slider and you get your slider or your number slider. Right click and hit edit. And from edit, I usually use like whole numbers. And your max you would say 30. Okay. And this is where Grasshopper becomes magical. So this is 0 going up and 30. This is what they call parametric design. So parametric design is basically having like a formula or a mathematical operation in which you can control a lot of aspects from your uh, design. So this would be a lot more easier to grasp once you're like really good in Grasshopper. So this is basically just extruding it, and if you want to cap it, just hit CAP or capital and link it, and there you go, your cap. Now you can bake this if you wanted to, and baking is basically sending them to Rhino. So if you just select all of them, hit your mouse wheel, and you just choose the sunny side up egg, or right click and bake. But I don't want to bake it now. I want to show you something else. This is basically if you want all of them to have the same amount of height. Let's say you want to have different heights. So we'll just disconnect this, right click, disconnect all, and say you want a random height, like you want these to be randomly extruded. So let's just remove the cap for a while. You know what, I'm gonna do it. So okay. Let's say you want to randomize it. So if you just double click and hit random, R-A-N-D, there you go. And this is your random definition. So if you just here, okay, and you see like nothing happens. But if you like click the slider to your R, I think, let me see if this is gonna work. No, okay. I completely broke it. Oh, okay. Let me just disconnect all. Nothing is happening for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, okay, okay. Like in randomize, I'm sorry. You have to like, okay, you have to have more than one slider, obviously. Okay, so I just copied and pasted it. And what you basically want to do is say how many, I forgot to read this. Okay, disconnect all, okay. So you want to say here an N, it says number of random values. This is basically how many geometries you have here. So I was the one who would draw it, so I'm pretty sure I know how much is it, but I don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you just like if you double click and write 7, it's good to go, or just like slide your number slider and say I want 7, and I want it to be randomized from 0 to 20. Now by default, the R or this number or the range it starts from 0. So 0 is wrong, but it actually extrudes it because like extrusion, the minimum is 1 meter. So from 1 to 30, you see here we have like random heights. Okay, so this is also a good way to randomize the heights. Now, none of them are equal to each other. Now let's say you want the heights to be like from 5 to 15. Like you want it to randomize from 5 to 15. Like let's say we have here a bunch of buildings that you're sure that the lowest height of it is 4 and the highest height is, oh no, 4 doesn't make sense. Like 20, no. 15 and like the highest building is 30. Or let's say 50. Where am I living? Anyway, so let's say like the lowest building height for you is 15, which is 5 floors, or say it's 30. I don't know why. You know what? Whatever. So anyway, just copy a slider again. I'm sorry. Say like if you double click here on your slide, I mean right click on your slider and write like lowest height. Oh, that's height, right? And like saying this slider is your highest height. Lowest height. Okay, maximum height. And minimum height. That sounds better in English. Okay, so minimum. Okay, minimum. I don't know if if I spelled minimum right, I'm sorry. So minimum height and maximum height. So what you want to do is grab a domain. And a domain is basically a range, like from number to number. So if you double click and write domain, and you have to be careful, but this domain is not right domain. Like this domain doesn't give you two numbers. This domain only asks one number. And like if you click like if you let me show you. If you just like connect them both here, it's gonna be really wrong. So wait, this one looks really wrong. Okay, so like this. Did it just work? No. Well, sometimes it works because obviously it just worked now, but usually it doesn't because I don't know, something must have done something right somewhere. But I wouldn't bargain on this. Like if sometimes you're gonna find this is gonna be wrong, my safest choice would be choosing another type of domain, which is basically this domain, which asks an A and a B. So just say domain start, which is your minimum height, and domain end is your maximum height. I hope I got it right. I'm not sure. Um, I don't think it matters which one is minimum or which one is maximum because it's gonna calculate it on its own, probably. Yeah. So say our minimum height is 15 meters and your maximum height is 30. So there you go. You have buildings which are between 15 and 30 meters. So yeah, some of them are 17, some of them are 16, some are 20. And I guess this is it. Oh right, I forgot the cap. So double click cap and connect it, and there you have cap geometry with random heights. Now if you don't know how to bake it, I'll bake it. Right click and bake. It's okay. And it didn't bake. Why didn't it bake? Okay, let's try one. Okay, it just baked. I don't know why, but when I clicked like on my mouse button, it easily baked. But when I did the right click thing, it didn't do it. So probably something with Grasshopper and Rhino. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.